everybody, and welcome back to a brand new Jurassic World Evolution 2 live stream. My name is Jens. I'm part of the community team here at Frontier, and it is my pleasure to be your host for this live stream. I am so excited about Update 6 and, of course, about the Feathered Species pack that was revealed earlier this week. It's been a crazy week for us over here at Frontier, and I hope it's been a fun one for everyone out there sitting at home watching as well. And it's lovely to have so many amazing people over in chat. We've got Caesar Crates is here, Jurassic Moments, Tinner. I saw some other people as well. ZX Specky, hello. Hope you're doing well. It's been, yeah, like I said, it's been an amazing week. It's been a really fun week, as you have hopefully seen. We have announced the Jurassic World Evolution 2 Feathered Species pack this week, as well as free update number 6, and I just want to what we are going to be covering on this here live stream. So we're going to be taking a look at some of the content that is included in the free update, as well as maybe take a brief tiny look at some of the species you'll find in the Feathered Species pack, which will be made available to everyone on March 30th, so in about 6 days from now. But luckily, I'm not going to do all of this by myself. I'm joined by two wonderful members of the amazing Jurassic World Evolution 2 dev team. Please, everyone in chat, say hello to James and Amy.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. It's good to have you both back.
Thank you for having us back.
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, it's great to have you back on the sofas. How's it been? How's the week been? Are you excited about the DLC and the new update and everything?
Oh my gosh, it's been really lovely to see all the positive sentiments, and it's just been, we've been dying to share this with everyone, so it's finally come.
It is very fun. It is very funny whenever I have devs on live streams. They always ask, "Oh, what can we talk about?" etc., etc. It's like, I think it was when I had you last on, James, you were sort of in the midst of working on this specific thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, "Oh, can I talk about this?" No, that's in the next update. Can I talk about this? No, that's in the next update.
Yeah, the temptation is strong.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
But now we can.
Now we can finally get to talk about it, which is really great. And chat seems very exciting as well. Fahad Nader says it's the ultimate duo, which amazing, great compliment. So yeah, we're here to talk about the free update. Rich Newbold is taking a well-deserved break from streams, but he might be back at some point. I did see someone mention him in the chat. But yeah, it's been so cool. I mean, it's my job obviously to look at Reddit and Steam and social channels and all that stuff. Do you guys sit and watch as well when we drop these trailers and all the news for people?
Yeah, we definitely keep an eye on it. We want to see what people are responding well to. Yeah, what the reaction is. It's like we're doing this for the players, so we want to see their reactions for sure. Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah, it's definitely something we do. And we always share the positive sentiments with the team as well, so yeah, it's just really nice.
It is really good, and it's been a lot of fun for me as well, just seeing what everyone's been saying, because I think, from what I can tell, this might be the most hype that the community has been for a while. I feel like it's sort of like excitement explodes around all of the DLCs and all the updates that we've done so far. But I think for this one, people didn't expect us to do more Feathered Species. They didn't expect us to do some of the things that we're doing in this free update.
Yeah.
So yeah, like T-Rex5238 says, just log. And yeah, like that is one thing that people weren't really expecting. So we're trying to zig when people think we're going to zag. And I think we've definitely managed to give people some good surprises.
Yeah, I mean, one thing we've seen, definitely by looking at all the socials, people like feathers.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's been fun to animate too, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so I think then we can jump into the game. So free update number 6 is going to be available alongside the new DLC. That's the Feathered Species pack on the 30th of March. Free update, of course, is available to everyone who owns Jurassic World Evolution 2, whether you're on PC or consoles or wherever you are. And you can already see a list of some of the new features on our forums. There should be a news post there. There should also be a Update 6 highlights article that you can read, so do take a look at that over on our forums or on Steam or whatever. And Fran from the community team has been very kind to throw those links out in the chat already. That's great. So let's take a look at some of the new features coming in free update 6. And we're actually seeing one of them right now. This is the new. I thought this was a good place to start, and people can see some of the new stuff in the background as well. This is the new cinematic camera mode, which I would just have this as like a screensaver if I could. I mean, my hours in the game would rack up in the thousands at that point, I think, and I wouldn't be able to do anything else on my computer. But the cinematic camera mode is for the new is a new feature in the capture mode. And James, can you share a little bit more about what the cinematic camera mode is all about?
Sure. Yeah. So the motivation here is just a bit like the guest cam, to give people a new way to experience their parks and appreciate them. At not always the ground level, but just seeing different angles to your parks that you wouldn't always see just in the normal sort of top-down gameplay. So yeah, cinematic camera rotates through interesting views of your park, and that could be guest views that you already have. For example, the view that you see from a hotel or from a monorail, zipline, stuff like that. And then there's a few new ones as well. So we move the camera over paths, for example. It follows over the guest paths to create like really nice flyovers. We have a few dotted up in the sky that are looking down. Obviously, we've got focusing on the individual dinosaurs, and like you said, it's you can just sit it and let it run. And when we're having meetings about this, we quite often we'll just be streaming it, and one person, we're all talking about it in the meeting, but it's just playing in the background, and then all the meetings end up overrunning because we're just standing there and watching it. So
some people have like a kitten cam or something in the background. The Jurassic World Evolution 2 dev team has Jurassic cam or dinosaur cam,
exactly,
if you will.
Yeah, and as you just brought up the settings, there's loads of ways to customize this, so you can pick which scenes you want to view. You can pick if you want to specify flying reptiles or marine reptiles, for example. You can customize it to your heart's content, and all of the customization that goes into capture mode normally is also available. So all the cool billboard, the black bars and the overlays and things like that are all available.
So what I can do is it was set to custom. I can also set it to all, and then I can turn off. Like, I don't want them to show the park teams because, Sandbox Mode Park, full disclosure, everything is set to be happy all at once at all the time.
Yep.
So I don't have any park teams running around. So if it were to show a park team viewpoint, they would just sort of be sitting there. But you can turn off and on various viewpoints, and then it will just jump between them. And what I really like is you can also just hit pause on the camera changes. So if you just wanted to be on the monorail, you can do that for a while and see what interesting angles.
Or if you have a particular behavior that you want to really see play out, and it will also it'll try and prioritize interesting behaviors. So if there's a hunt happening, for example, then the camera will try to move to that stuff. So it's a nice way to catch some of the really cool behaviors that you might not always see just in normal gameplay.
You can see some of the amazing animations that Amy's team has been working on for this fantastic game. And as James also mentioned, you can add in all the different capture mode features. So you can letterbox it, you can add filters, you can add the different frames, the different stamps. You can do all of that cool stuff. So this is one for all the photographers out there, or people who just want to play around in capture mode and see sort of what you can get, really.
Yeah.
It's just a nice way to take a look at your park. You get to appreciate all that you've built.
Yeah, because personally, whenever I play these games, I'm usually like very far and like away from everything. So it's nice to sort of get a new angle on it all and see. Oh yeah, no, I have this dinosaur here, and now it's interacting with this thing, and now this is happening. And like we saw earlier, where with this specific camera angle, there was always almost an accident with the park tour, where they almost bumped into people crossing the road, which I thought was, I hadn't noticed that before, and I probably wouldn't have noticed it if I wasn't in this particular camera mode.
And I'm looking forward to seeing. There's a lot of people who put a lot of effort into their parks, right?
Yes,
and this will
absolutely.
be a really cool way to show them off. So.
Yeah, there's your own trailer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Just use this camera mode and just sort of record clips, and then you can use it for basically whatever you want.
T-Rexes.
Yes, it's my little T-Rex kingdom. we might get to show it off a little bit earlier, a little bit later as well. But yeah, that is the cinematic camera mode, which I'm very, very excited for, and it's a really cool little feature that we've added in the new update. So let's see what else I've got on my list here. So one thing the cinematic camera mode will jump into now and again are the ziplines, and as some eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed, last week we are introducing some new zipline variants, because originally we added a Jurassic World variant, and now there are DFW variants and also some Jurassic Park variants. So this is the DFW variant, very in line with what we've done before with the DFW style buildings, and I believe over here we have the Jurassic Park variant as well, and they're going to function pretty much the same as any other zipline.
Yeah, they work the same, but it's just a way to put it into the park in a more seamless way, right? And if you're playing on a single era, then you can have a zipline now.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
No matter what era you're in.
It was a bit like people on previous generation consoles or people who preferred one specific era, one specific style of buildings, they were left without ziplines, so we've added in these new ziplines. And I don't know, I like the style of these because the Jurassic Park one is very retro.
Yeah.
It feels like something that's been in a theme park since the 90s, so I feel like sort of the style of it has been, they nailed the style of it, the art team, while they've been working on
Yeah,
this.
definitely. Just try not to think too hard about why the Department for Fish and Wildlife have a zipline.
I mean, sometimes you have to get, I don't know, I'm trying, but
I mean, firemen have poles, right?
that's true, yes.
Maybe you're just in a hurry.
Quick, I need to get from here to here.
Yeah.
Let me go on all these zip lines. Fun comment here from the Park Insider. Picture this, instead of a cozy fireplace on your TV, you can now play cinematic mode in the background while doing chores.
Yeah, perfect.
I do like that. I do really, really like that. So I think the new zip lines are really, really fun, and it's another thing that people were very excited about. But I think the sort of main thing that everyone wants us to show are the new type of detached viewing galleries. So let's first talk about the new viewing dome. Why don't you take it away, James?
Sure. So it's a new, like you said, it's a new type of viewing gallery, and the cool thing about these is that you place them directly into the middle of an enclosure, right? So, and once you've done that, you can connect them. You can connect them directly to a path using a tunnel. So they're sort of detached from the path, and yeah, we've got the two types: the viewing dome, which you can see there, and also the viewing log from the original Jurassic World. So you can recreate that.
I was going to try and see
moment.
if I could get a dome viewing gallery view.
You could
I need to turn
just
off
click
my
on it and view
ziplines.
it directly as well.
Yeah, that's true. I can do that.
The old-fashioned method.
Old-fashioned method. Just go
We're
through
so
everything.
used to the cinematic camera now.
Yeah, I just like it. But yeah, no, the viewing dome, as you said, it's a dome that you can then place directly into the middle of an enclosure, kind of similar to the research outpost from Dominion Bison expansion,
Yeah, definitely.
but more flat along the ground and just, yeah, a single building. But I think it's a really cool little addition because, yeah, it offers a different view of things.
Yeah, it's a way to get up close and personal
So
with it.
close,
Yeah. Cool thing with the log as well is that certain dinosaurs that are small enough can actually walk underneath it as well.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yep, and pteranodons will perch on them.
That's
Pterosaurs.
even- yeah, that was going to be my next point. The fact that the viewing domes and viewing logs can also be placed inside your aviaries.
Oh yeah.
And as Amy mentioned, the flying reptiles can perch on them, which I think is a really neat little feature as well, because it makes the whole thing feel more alive and more of a part of an ecosystem and all that stuff. And you mentioned, James, that these will connect up to special buildings. So essentially, you place down either the viewing gallery or you place down the entrance building, and then you connect them up with a tunnel similar to the Hyperloop and other things of that nature. So, and these can also, of course, be entered in guest view. So if you're walking around in the guest view, you can just walk up to it, and then you're inside.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also place these. They can be placed generally fairly far away from each other. Of course, there's a limit.
Yeah, there's a limit because we want to sort of still. You have to think about your layout of your parks still, right? We don't want to completely break the game with these, but yeah, they're quite generous. You can make a sort of hub area and then go out into a large sort of safari-style enclosure if you want to do it that way as well.
Yeah, definitely. I saw there was a question if there was going to be different domes for different eras. The dome itself is going to be the same, but the entrance buildings, the remote viewing gallery entrance, are going to are going to look different and are era depending. So we've got one for Jurassic Park, one for DFW, and one for Jurassic World, which are styled after the existing era buildings already.
Yep. And these banners at the front actually change depending on what building you connect them to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
That is cool.
So that is the viewing domes. I have, of course, seeing as we are now introducing viewing logs, I had to make the T-Rex Kingdom.
Yeah.
And so this is my 3 T-Rex enclosure right here with the log viewing gallery in the center. And much like with the other viewing galleries, you can switch between the different viewpoints and look around them as you visit them as a guest.
And 50 points to whoever recreates the shot with a Ranger flare as well.
I'm sure someone's going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone's going to do it. I do really like the fact that they can, like the smaller dinosaurs can walk underneath it as well. I think that came up on Reddit or in the chat or something, and so people were asking, oh, does this happen? So it's nice of you to bring that up. I think that's really cool. Let's see here. Is there anything I am missing? But yeah, no, any aviary, any enclosure, these new vlog viewing galleries can just be placed right in there. And yeah, they're a really cool, nice little addition. Hold on a sec. Let me just check my notes real quick. Yes, okay.
Oh my god, it's hunting.
Oh,
It's
nice.
hunting.
Oh, there's a hunt on. Ah, she got it. Get that goat. Right, we talked about the log viewing gallery, we talked about the dome viewing gallery. I can probably show off the UI when you place them. Obviously, they're in attractions. Just mentioned that if you choose all eras in Sandbox Mode, they will appear in the Jurassic World menu. But when you choose them, you can then choose between the different remote viewing entrances, and then, this is what the UI looks like. So it's a simple matter of just placing it down somewhere. Oop, don't go outside the buildable area. And then you can also see...
You've got so much buildable area.
I've got so much buildable area, you wouldn't believe it. And then you can also see what the viewing range is on these. So the log obviously has a more, has 2 conical areas, and then the dome itself is, I'm just going to...
It's our first bow tie shaped viewing zone.
Yes, I think it's kind of cool, if I'm not going to lie.
And then this one is just at once.
A dome.
One side, one the other.
Yeah, exactly. Just make like a T shape, and then you're good. And then, of course, the dome has a circle area. And what's great about the entrances as well is that they will, much like the Ziplines, they should, if I can find one of the entrances, they will automatically connect up to fences as well.
Yep.
Which I think is just a really cool little thing. All right, what else can we briefly discuss here before we move on? So yeah, like James said, I have a lot of buildable space. So one of the things we announced for this update was something we called it square levels, which unfortunately I think confused some people, so apologies. What we mean by square levels is square maps. And what we mean by that is we mean square versions of the maps that we have. And I am on one of those square versions right now. This is the furthest I've been able to zoom out on this particular map here. And just to show you how big this thing is, this is a corner of the map. And then we continue, and we continue, and we continue. And that is the size of the square tropical map.
Yeah.
So for all you park builders out there, That is a literal square that you can build on, and it is quite sizable. Like the buildable area stretches to about here, I think.
That's it. Every dinosaur in the game, in one park, everywhere, whole map.
So basically, go wild is what I can say to this.
And there's one for every biome as well.
Yes. So in total, I think there's 9 new square maps. There's one for each environment, and then there's one based on San Diego, one of the other America ones, and I think on Malta as well.
Yeah, and the Biosyn Valley.
Yes, Biosyn Valley. Yes.
And then we've got the sort of temperate. Temperate has 2. It's got the autumnal trees, and it's got the summer version as well. So we've got two separate versions for that as well.
Yep. So I think there's a lot of buildable space because I mean, as you can see with the camera here, and I know there were some questions about what the maps will look like. I mean, the environment is what you see it is. It is a sort of mountainous. I think this is the Sorna 93 square version.
It looks like it, yeah.
But so yeah, there will obviously the day and night cycle will affect shadows and all of that stuff as they usually do. But I see people are very happy about this, and I can't wait to see what people build on this because a lot of the maps are already very big.
Yeah. But
now it's just, here we go.
Go wild.
Go wild.
And also for a few of the some of the levels we've done not square but like enlarged versions of those levels, right? So the Challenge 5 Southwest USA Challenge that had all those canyons. So we've done a version of that that's filled in those canyons and just giving you more playable space overall, and a few of the levels of a few of the maps. Maps.
Maps.
I didn't realize that was confusing, to be honest. A few of them have been given that treatment. So
I think it was because we've been very consistent about calling them maps all the time.
Right.
So when we started saying levels, people got confused and thought we meant like a levelator, like the terrain tool. So does it mean a square terrain tool rather than where is it? Rather than a circle one? And I tried to say no, it's literally square levels, and then I realized, oh, maps. Right. That's what I mean. Update 6. That's some of the stuff that's coming in Update 6 that we've talked about now, and it is of course being released alongside the newest DLC, the Feathered Species Pack. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Update 6 and new features in a moment. But I think we're gonna run the trailer again for you in case you came in late to the live stream, and in case you haven't seen the trailer yet. I think we're gonna run the trailer for you right now. And that was the amazing trailer for the Feathered Species Pack coming March 30th to all the platforms where fine Jurassic World Evolution 2 products are sold. That is Steam, Epic Games Store, PlayStation Store, and Xbox Store is where you can buy those. Sorry. It's whenever I make dumb jokes and I see people laughing on the side, I just can't help but laugh myself. Where was I? So yeah, let's before we head back over to Update 6, let's talk about this Feathered Species Pack, which introduces 4 new feathered species of not just dinosaur, but prehistoric reptiles, because there is 1 flyer and 3 land-based species in this pack. So I'm going to see if I can get the names right. It's Eutyrannus. Yep. It's J-Holopterus. Yep. Sinosauropteryx.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yes.
And the Dinochirus.
Yeah.
Dinochirus. Dinochirus?
I would say Dinochirus.
Dinochirus. Yes, that's what the Cabot's Fish said the one time that I released it.
And
so
Sinosauropteryx, right?
Sinosauropteryx.
Yeah,
yes, thank you. They are tough to pronounce. I try to just get a running start into everything, but sometimes I mess it up. What's it been like working on the Feathered Species Pack?
It's been so much fun. Oh my gosh, we've had dinosaurs that are literally, referring to the land ones, that are literally adorable things covered in fuzz. They're just so cute to animate with. It's been so much fun.
Mm.
Yeah.
What about for you, James?
Yeah, they're just adorable. it's definitely the cute dinosaur pack. That's how it feels.
Yeah,
the
for sure.
Jeholopterus is just very, very sweet little goblin, as Orchard described him.
Yeah.
Orchard described it as a little goblin. I think
Yeah.
people on Reddit described it as, quote, hampter.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because it just, it looks like a little flying goblin hamster creature.
I can't wait for people to see more of it because it has the sweetest face.
It is so cute.
Gosh, she just looks permanently happy.
Absolutely, and I love what we've seen so far. At least we've seen some of the pattern and coloration on it as well.
Beautiful.
I really love the fact that there was some inspiration from butterflies in it, so you can like really make those colors pop, which I think is really cool. And just the Cyno as well, which is just very tiny, very adorable. It reminds me a little bit of a ferret. Or something, and I've seen some of the cute animations for it as well, where it like plays with its tail and everything. So it's been great seeing. I mean, for me at least, also seeing some of these move around in the game.
It's cool as well that coloration it's got, and the little bandit mask like a raccoon it's got. That's actually scientifically accurate as well.
Oh, really?
Right? Like they found evidence in the fossils of the sort of pigments on those parts of the skin, so they know that it that it had a stripy tail. It looked like a little raccoon, basically.
That's so cool.
And we've also emulated the fossil by having her posture different. She holds her tail aloft. She holds it up, so you'll see them walking through the grass with a little wagging tail going along. Absolutely adorable.
I love that. You can just see like a little reverse submarine periscope kind of thing.
Very much so.
That's so cool. Do you have a favorite in the new pack of the prehistoric species?
Oh, for me, it's between Dinocyrus and Sinosauropteryx. I love Dinocyrus. She's a big, funny-looking duck. Adorable.
Yeah, I think Dinocyrus for me as well. And also we've added the new eating behavior for it as well. So that's cool, new, unique, that it eats.
It is the
fish.
Second, third omnivore that we have.
I
think it's the second.
Yeah.
I think it's the second.
We had we had meat and plant ones before, and now we've got this meat and fish one. And then obviously the Jeholopterus is insectivore as well. So it's like a dietary variation pack as well as feathers.
It's the diet pack.
Yeah, dietary variation.
No, don't say diet pack. That makes it sound like it's worse.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
The dietitian's pack. No, that's... Anyway.
There's a reason I don't work in the marketing department.
No, I mean, sometimes I would say that there's a reason why I shouldn't work in the marketing department, yet here I am. Was there any specific research that you had to do for this pack in particular?
As I said, we were looking at the fossil records for the Sinosauropteryx particularly, and then, we were looking at how Dinocyrus would have eaten fish. We were looking up loads of details on that, and the use of these giant arms as well, trying to work out how they use them. It's been really good, really informative.
What about for you, James?
Yeah, so we always look into the sort of the fossil record and do some research into the paleoecology of the dinosaurs, just to figure out, what kind of environment should they need, what kind of stats and things like that should we give them. But it's been really cool seeing all the research that the art departments have done, concepting different types of faces and going, do we want to give it more of this type of animal, because there's a fossil, but then they have to extrapolate from that to actually come up with a final appearance. So
I think that's what I've always liked about the whole concept of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, the whole filling in parts of the genome with other animals, so you can, I feel like for our dev team it gives you a lot of extra freedom and kind of tweaking it a little bit to make things a bit more, obviously it has to fit in with the world, and it can be the sort of midpoint between, this is what they think it looks like, but also this is our sort of artistic interpretation of
definitely.
the thing.
Yeah, it gives some flexibility for sure.
Yeah.
I like that quite a lot. If you are just joining us, hi, welcome to the live stream. My name is Jens. I'm part of the community team here at Frontier, and I'm joined by James Moulang and Amy Hook from the dev team to talk about all things Jurassic World Evolution 2 Update 6 and a little bit about the Feathered Species Pack, which is coming out on March 30th in about a week's time. So
soon.
Very, very, very exciting. Very, very, very soon. Before we move on, let's talk a bit about some quality of life update and some sandbox modes. I think we can jump back into the game and see what we've got going on. We've already talked about the square levels, big old square level. So we've got 6 new square maps, coming in sandbox mode, based on the different biome types, as well as 3 expanded square maps based on Southwest USA, San Diego, and California, according to my notes. And just to show off what that looks like, this is one of the square levels. That's a shadow, so don't worry about that. And it is quite expansive. There's quite a lot of room to build if you decide to play on one of these square levels. Another thing that's coming to Sandbox Mode is a lot of things, actually. So let's head on over to the sandbox settings. And
Yes.
First, there is one thing that I know the community has asked for a while, and that is unlimited feeders.
Yep.
Can you talk a bit about that for me, James?
Sure. I mean, name kind of says it all.
Yeah.
In a sense, if you turn this on, then your rangers don't have to be used to resupply the feeders anymore. They'll show infinite reserves. Yeah. So this just lets you have a really self-sustaining park if that's what you're going for in your sandbox, right?
Yep.
You just want to have minimal intervention by rangers because maybe you're going for a more natural feel, or you just don't want to have to think about rangers because you're in sandbox. So that's the option for you.
Absolutely. There's also some options for setting some income tax difficulties, which basically reduces how much income your park generates. Also a thing that the community has asked for quite
That one's
a lot.
funny. I saw
In case you want sandbox
on
mode to be a bit
subreddit,
more difficult.
people are like, yes, tax me. It's like, okay.
Make
But-
it harder, damn
yeah.
it.
But this does actually let you sort of, play sandbox in that way, right? Where you're really caring about your economy and you're sort of min-maxing in that sense. So that's what this kind of enables.
Absolutely. Can you also tell me about the wild capture frequency, how this works?
Yeah, so it's just wild capture is when dinosaurs appear in the expedition map. They're sort of wild dinosaurs that you can send out an expedition to take back to your park. So different from incubations.
Yep.
It's a sort of, there's an emergency somewhere in the world and you're sending out a team to go rescue this dinosaur. And so, yeah, now you can choose to set the frequency of that. If you want to really focus on that for your park, then you get all these mystery dinosaurs showing up. That's your option,
Yeah,
basically.
building like a home for lost dinosaurs, right? You
Yeah.
don't know what you're going to get, but you're providing a home for
Yeah,
it.
there was someone on Reddit said, I can finally build my home for adopted dinosaurs,
Yeah.
which I thought was a very cute little, you know what, you go. That's gonna be great.
My massive square home.
Yeah, giant, just a big old square fence for all those dinosaurs. Let's also talk about some trees. So we have already individually placeable trees in the game, but now you will be able to mix and match some of those trees because we are opening this up for, I believe it's for PC and next generation players. You'll be able to take all of these placeable trees and these placeable planters and use them across the board for all the different environments. So right now I'm in the tropical environment, but I have access to the tropical trees, obviously,
Yep.
alpine trees, desert, Mediterranean, taiga. I forget.
Maybe.
Temperate
confuse 'em.
and temperate autumn, which I think is also a cool thing because it is the color variation of the temperate. Just a way to expand the creativity in sandbox mode a little
Yeah, maybe
bit.
you could do like a sort of pre-autumn scene where some of the trees have turned and some of them are still green leaves, right?
Yes, but it's I like it. I like it a lot. So this is for all of those placeable trees, for all you who enjoy placing these out to really decorate your parks in different ways. So now you have all these different trees that you can play with. The community is really simple at heart. They want trees and they want logs,
Yeah.
said someone on Twitch
And we're
chat.
giving them.
And you know what? We're going to give them to you. You get your logs, you get your trees. Done.
I did see one question, which was, is this for the brushes? But this is specifically for
Yes.
single placement decoration trees, so the ones that you see here. But yeah, you can still make a really, you could use this to make a certain area of your park be a certain biome, right? You can sort of create like here's my autumn area, here's my tiger area, here's
Oh yeah,
all
for
the different
sure.
areas.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what that looks like if people have themed areas of their dinosaur theme park.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
clever.
I'm liking what you've done with the trees down the path.
Thank you. I thought to myself, what would I want to do? I thought, well, I'll just have some trees, and then we'll see how this goes. And I think generally it's a nice little thing.
Yeah.
All right. Before we move on, another thing we should also touch on is that certain guest buildings will now be instantly built when you build them. So things like emergency shelters will just be boom, insta-built. Same with amenities and toilets, I believe. And just to prove that I'm not on the insta-build everything setting, I'm just going to put the zipline here and then put the zipline here. That's
a very exciting zipline.
Yeah, I'm just wanted to show that these still need to be built.
Yeah, so this just one of the main benefits for this is that you can see the management views update when you place these buildings. So it just gives players a better idea of, okay, I put down this restroom and it's going to satisfy the toilet coverage in this area. So that's the main reason for doing that stuff. Yeah.
Frontier, we've got a new species for you. Me, awesome. Oh, you can use more trees. Me, crying of happiness. Thank you, Park Insider. So let's talk a bit about some small dinosaurs, Amy. They're now going to raise their heads when they walk through water.
Yes. So we've always looked at some of our smaller dinosaurs. So things like the Chungkingosaurus and the Huayangosaurus. I think that pronunciation might not have been accurate there, but
we try.
So previously they've been isolated on these little islands, and they don't look like they'd particularly struggle to walk through semi-deep water. And now we've added animation so that they will raise their little heads above the water as they wander through it. So like it just expands their range a little bit.
Like the Styraco here, as it was walking through this little pond of mine, it would try to keep its chin up and up above the water.
Yeah.
Which I think is just another way of making these animals look more alive and just give them more verisimilitude as you play the game and as you look at as you look at your dinosaurs as they move through your park and move through your enclosures.
It was pretty adorable to make, I'll be honest. I think I was sending James many screenshots of dinosaurs, various dinosaurs.
Look at it raise its head. Look at it.
It's adorable.
They are really cute, especially some of the small ankylosaurids when they're just sort of like doing that to just stick their nose above the water.
Oh,
it's really
so
sweet.
cute.
Yeah.
And
so great.
Like Amy said, it's nice because it actually means that they can now navigate. You know, they're not stuck being unable to walk through that water anymore. They can actually explore the whole enclosure. So that's nice.
Oh, look at this Styracosaurus.
Oh, so cute.
Oh, it's so cute.
Pink and purple.
I feel like I could just sit here and stare at these all day, but unfortunately we can't do that.
Had some kind of cinematic camera.
If only I had some kind of cinematic camera.
Good idea.
That's a very good idea. Someone should think of that and add it into the game. Another thing that I want to mention just quickly off the bat before we move on is that with this update, the PS4 to PS5 save transfer is now sort of fully implemented, which means that after this update comes out, you can merge and transfer over all of your progress, and nothing will be overwritten or anything like that when you're transferring from PS4 to PS5. So that includes all your save files, all your progress, all that stuff. So I just wanted to briefly mention that. I think before we move on and talk a bit about some DLC 6 stuff, let's kick off a giveaway over on Twitch. So I'm going to put my keyboard to the side here. We're going to give away some neat little Jurassic World Evolution 2 prizes. And that includes the bag that you can see up there, just above Amy's head. Thank you, Amy. The Jurassic World Evolution 2 water bottle, a Jurassic World Evolution 2 mug, which is this lovely feature right here. Thank you, Adam. With the DFW logo on one side and the Jurassic World Evolution 2 logo on the other side. We also have some really cool Jurassic World Evolution 2 pins, which unfortunately I cannot show you because I don't have them, and a Jurassic World Evolution 2 notebook, which is a notebook that you can write down your park ideas in, for example. So we're going to kick that off over on our Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/Frontier. If you haven't, if you're not watching there, then please head on over and you can join us there. So to enter the giveaway, I'm going to give you a keyword that you will need to type in the chat, and the competition will close in 5 minutes. So that is at 4:51 GMT. After that, we'll be picking 2 winners at random. It is a Frontier Twitch channel only competition, and geographical restrictions will apply. Check the T&Cs for full details at frontier.co.uk. frontier.co.uk/legal. And this information will also be posted in the chat. If you are a winner, then please look out for a Twitch direct message from the official Frontier account. And the keyword you will need to type in is !merch, !merch, MERCH, all in one word, case sensitive, so lowercase, please. That's going to kick off now and end at 4:51 GMT. Okay. So then.
Like one time we should make it like Sinusoropteryx or something and just
To really type it out.
filter out the people who can't spell dinosaur.
I think maybe that's within a certain character limit, unfortunately, but you definitely, I definitely kind of agree, if I'm going to be honest.
The elite giveaway.
Very unique giveaway. We have one entry, and that one entry is the one person who's able to spell it correctly. Very good one. Okay. Let's talk a bit about the feathered species pack. So we're bringing in, as we said before, 4 new prehistoric species. And on our socials, before we announced this, we did a tiny little tease for all the park managers out there to help us sort of track down, as it were, the dinosaur. And it turned out to be the Yutyrannus. But a lot of folks were actually guessing the Dinochirus, which was kind of cool to see people thinking, oh, it's this thing, and then seeing, oh yeah, no, this is the thing that we added into the game as well. A lot of people also thought it was just an existing dinosaur, so it was fun to see that, haha, we tricked you a little bit. So yeah, the Yutyrannus. You're the dinosaur expert, James, I'd say. What can you tell us about the Yutyrannus?
Yes, so it's a new medium carnivore that we've added. It's sort of semi-social, so it goes around in smallish packs. Yeah, and it's got the lovely new feathers, really puffy tail, cute horns. Although can't show it right now. But
what I did was I jumped into the viewing dome in game, but unfortunately there's none of them viewable from the viewing dome right now, sadly. But maybe someone will come along at some point. I was hoping for something exciting.
This is an accurate zoo experience. You always get there and you can't see the cheetahs. They've all gone away.
They're probably in the trees or something. Who knows?
I see a goat.
There is a goat,
yeah.
So maybe they're going to try to go for the goat at some point. We'll see. But there was... Oh, there they are. Yeah. There's some Yutyrannuses right there in the background. Beautiful, amazing, unique plumage. I would say beautiful, amazing, unique plumage on all of these new feathered species.
Yeah, but the little puffy tails right at the end are really cool.
I love the mane they've got over the back of the necks.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful silhouette.
There it is. There it goes. So 2 minutes left on the giveaway, guys. If you haven't entered yet, type !merch over on our Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/frontier, and you can join up for that giveaway. But right now, we're just sitting here looking at this here Yutyrannus. And we're going to need your help to track down the rest of the prehistoric species over on our social channel. So keep an eye out on those in the next coming days. And we might post some images for you to help us identify some prehistoric creatures. I think I saw one try to do... No, one was running, so I was like, oh, is it going to hunt a goat? But then I think the goat might have just gone off somewhere. But, oh, they look so good.
I think that was one sleeping to the left as well.
Yeah, I saw.
Snooze. That's what that guy pointed to.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that. Having a snoozle.
So fluffy.
So very, very fluffy.
Oh.
Yeah, signal from Adam says that there's 1 minute left on the giveaway. So if you haven't entered the giveaway yet, then now would be the time to do so. And you can win, as I said, a Jurassic World Evolution 2 bag, a water bottle, a mug, a set of 4 pins, and a notebook if you type in !merch over on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/frontier. Adam is sitting behind the desk with a watch, and there's 10 seconds left. So he's timing it. 5 seconds to go. If you haven't entered already, look at it. Look at it stand up. There we go.
She's running to a keyboard to type in exclamation mark merch.
Yeah, exactly. And the giveaway is over. Thank you, Adam, for giving me that signal. And I think we can then jump straight in and pick some of these winners here over on Twitch. So the giveaway has now closed. If you haven't entered, unfortunately, that is going to be the cutoff. Good luck to everyone who entered. Oh, it's going to happen.
You just had a sneak preview of their social then.
I missed it.
You missed
I was looking
it.
away.
They were socialising in the background.
Oh, no.
The mystery. Continue.
Adam, please, if you could give me the names of the winners, which I think should already be posted over on Twitch. So, the winners is Scaff Potato and Sour Allosaurus. Congratulations on winning the Jurassic World Evolution 2 bundle. Sour Allosaurus and Scaff Potato, excuse me, are the winners of our Twitch giveaway. Congratulations on entering and congratulations on winning. Oh, look at these Eutyrannuses. Yeah, they are absolutely incredible. And I love the fact that with dinosaurs, the whole feathered aspect can mean so many different things. Like compare the Pyroraptor, for example, to these, or to the feathered version of the T-Rex, for example. I just love the whole biodiversity thing that the dinosaurs have got going for them with the feathers and everything.
Yeah, even within this pack, right? Like the Jehalopterus is much more fluffy.
Yes.
And then
Yeah. Same with the Sinosauropteryx.
Oh, yeah.
Very fluffy.
That's a better example.
And is that an eating animation I see over there? There's eating behavior.
Should be eating the meat.
Oh yeah, having a snack.
You missed it.
And if you've been eagle-eyed, you may have also seen some of the color variations as well. I saw some really cool sort of black and white coloring as well. So
yeah, the feathers are a really good opportunity to do all of that color changes.
Colours, patterns.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, so I'm just going to look over my notes here. There are a couple of things that you mentioned to me, James, that I should probably touch on as well. So there's one note here that says random rock placement. So I'm going to take my keyboard back. And I discovered this by accident as I was trying to decorate. And I think it's a really cool addition as well. So let's tell me about the random rock placements.
Yeah, so it's you can just pick. Now within a biome you can pick random tiger rock, random desert rock, random whichever rock you like, basically. So you can and it'll pick every time you click. It'll pick a new one within that group. So, yeah, it's just a nice way to decorate enclosures without sort of having to jumping between the UI and the rocks that you're placing. So,
and of course, there's a lot of rock puns in chat. This is rocking, holy rock, this rocks, etc., etc. And as I like to say, look at those boulders. Those are nice boulders.
That's why we did it.
Random rocks. I just stumbled across this. I was trying to put some rocks into my aviary, and I saw, oh, what's this button do? Oh, random rocks. That's cool. I like that. And then I just sort of did this for a little bit and just placed them out all over. Another thing that eagle-eyed viewers may have, they may have not noticed because we're blocking that part of the screen. So, Adam, if you could bring us up into full screen, please, is this button right here in the lower right-hand corner, which let's pop back. No, that doesn't show there. Let's go in our aviary here, and so this is basically a slow-mo button. For the speed controls. And so I know that players have been asking for this for capture mode, but we decided to just put it into all of the game, essentially.
Yep.
And so if I then go into capture mode, then slow-mo will still be in effect. And I can just hit capture, and then boom, it will capture something mid-slow-mo, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, this is really nice. And it's also can be useful for gameplay as well, right? If you've got a calamity going on, then and you don't want to pause, but you can chuck it in slow-mo and sort of react with superhuman speed.
It's so dramatic.
And I honestly, they look really good when they fly around in slow motion.
Yeah.
It's so
It
dramatic,
really
isn't
shows,
it?
I think it really shows just how much work has gone into making them look when they fly, and the motion in general of the different dinosaurs and the different species. So best
It's
of
definitely
luck,
nice
we'll
to
be
see the hunts in slow mo.
Oh, I bet. Those brutal hunts that the amazing animation team has created.
Yeah, they're good fun.
I look forward to seeing that stuff in slow motion. And it seems like a lot of people in chat are also enjoying it. So, like Commander Summit saying that slow motion is way way cooler for them than the new dinosaurs, which, good for you. But I think maybe that is going to do it for this here live stream today. But as I said before, keep an eye out on our Jurassic World Evolution 2 social channels. That is Facebook, that is YouTube and Instagram for some reveals and some additional screenshots of the new feathered species that are coming in the Feathered Species Pack on March 30th. And of course, we will be back next week with a new live stream showcasing all of the new species that are in the Feathered Species Pack. And so what have we talked about today? We've talked about so much today. We've talked about the new viewing galleries, the single placement trees, the infinite feeders in sandbox mode. We've talked about the cinematic camera. We talked about random rock placement. We talked about square maps. I'm not going to say levels anymore. I'm going to say maps. Zipline variants. We talked about the slow motion time option. We talked about a lot of the quality of life updates that are coming to sandbox mode. There's so much that we've talked about, and this is really a sizable free update that's coming to Jurassic World Evolution 2 on March 30th. And of course, coming out alongside the Feathered Species Pack. And I would like to thank everyone out there for watching. Thank you, of course, to the mod team for keeping it down over in our chats. Thank you, of course, to James and Amy for joining me from the team. It's been great to have you back, of course, once again. And a huge thank you to the rest of the community team and, of course, to our producer, Adam, for keeping it down behind the ones and twos. Unfortunately, no laughter added to the Adam tracker this week, but maybe next week. We'll see how it goes. But until then, my name's been Jens. I'm from the community team, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.